All right, well, without further ado, our next speaker, she's truly made a name for herself. You can just ask her 4 million subscribers on YouTube.
And not only is she an advocate for staying fit and living a healthy lifestyle, she also promotes loving yourself for who you are. And we actually hung out last night.
No, they didn't. Ray was just doing some workouts in her living room. I guess she didn't do that either, so.
Cassie and I did some plie squats together. I love those, right?
Yes. My favorite squats. All right, yeah. Anyway, please welcome the woman behind Blogilates, Cassie Hall.
Hey guys! First of all, can I say that this mood lighting is very nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here, you guys. Boston is a former stomping ground for me. Do you guys know that? Yeah? Okay. Historical fact, I used to live on Com Ave. 1340 Com Ave, apartment number 1. Alston, that's right, Alston in the house, yes. So if you guys ever want to drive by and see it, that's where I filmed some of my first videos, actually. I'm so thankful to be here, everybody. Thank you for coming. And I'm really honored because when I was in college, there was a speaker, a young CEO who came to speak at our school about how he started from the ground up, how he started from a place where nobody believed in it. He made it. And that speech always stayed with me. That was a long time ago. So my job today is if I can inspire just one of you guys to take that fire inside of you and really just let it burn, then I've done my job. So I'm going to tell you my story, how I got where I am today, and what else is going to be happening. Sound good? Yeah? Okay. All right, guys. So we are going to start back in high school times, all right? I obviously have Asian parents. How many people can relate? Okay. And like many Asian parents, I pretty much only had 2 career choices. Doctor, or, what do you think? Lawyer, there you go, we're on the same page, it's very relatable. All right, so, thing is, I am a very creative person. I've been drawing sketches my entire life, and so when I was 16, I went up to my dad and I was like, I have found my ultimate dream career. I'm gonna be a fashion designer. And he looked at me like I was crazy and said, Cassie, you will not do that because you are going to fail. You are going to be unsuccessful. You will never make money, and guess what? Because of that, you won't have any friends. I know, that was weird, right? I don't know how I did it. He did though, he did. And so, it crushed my little spirit, and I bowed my head down and decided I would go for the medical industry because I was somewhat good in the sciences. And so what I did was I ended up majoring in biology. I was gonna become a doctor. The thing is, when you don't love what you do, you kind of just start dying inside. See, I was a very obedient student. Yeah, is that funny? It's true. As a very obedient student, as a very obedient child, I thought my parents knew everything. I thought they were right. I was listening to them so hard. I just wanted them to be happy because when they were happy, I was happy. But that was the mentality of an obedient child. I didn't become rebellious until later in college. And so what I realized was, as a sophomore, I was getting these good grades. I was doing everything to make them proud, but I wasn't fulfilled. And a really good analogy for this is like, if you are working out and you're simply working out to lose weight, it's kind of the same as going to school just to get good grades. It's not fulfilling. You cannot last forever. And so I started feeling some of this in college, and I was telling my parents, I really just don't want to do this. Can I please go to design? Can I be creative? At least like go to marketing or something. They're like, no, you will stay doing what we have told you to do because it will honor the family and you will make money, and then you can do what you want to do on the side. Yeah, and I was just really unhappy. The only thing that made me happy during that time was when I discovered that I could start teaching Pilates on the side. So I got certified, and every time, no matter how sad I was or how happy I was, when I stepped into the studio to teach Pilates, and I was a sophomore in college at this time, I felt so good. I felt at peace. I felt like I was just on a really big high. You know how it feels after you work out? You just feel like you are dominating the world and you got everything. That's how I felt. So I wanted to share that with my parents. I said, I love Pilates, I'm gonna keep doing this. And they were like, you need to quit that right now and start studying for physics. Well, thank goodness I did not stop doing that, right? And so what ended up happening was I told them, I don't want to be studying biology anymore, I don't want to become a doctor. They didn't get it, we were screaming and yelling, and there were so many dark times during college where I felt like, am I supposed to live to make them happy? Am I supposed to live to make me happy, or should I just not live at all? And I know that sounds really dark, but those thoughts ran through my mind. And to me, true success means finding and creating your happiness, finding that fulfillment. And so I only knew that I had one choice because my parents were just not understanding what I was trying to tell them. I dropped out of the very last class I needed to take the MCAT. And anyone, have you ever taken OCAB in here? OCAB? Ooh, OCAB, yeah. I dropped out of organic chemistry and my parents were like, what? Yeah, and I started getting crazy. I dropped out of organic chemistry, I started taking internships in fashion, doing all this crazy stuff, and oh my gosh, right? And then my parents thought I had completely lost it, I was going wacko, and the thing is, I ended up graduating, and me and my parents didn't talk for a few years. It was serious. I was on my own. And so, after I graduated, one of the first things I did was I recorded a YouTube video back in 2009. Now YouTube back in 2009 is very different than what it is today. It was simply a place for you to share content with friends, with whoever, right? It wasn't a platform to get rich or to get famous, it wasn't that. And so what happened was I had landed my first job in Boston right after college, and I thought my 40 students at 24 Hour Fitness were gonna miss me. No one else taught pop Pilates at that point, which applies to pop music. And so I said, if you ever miss me, do this 10-minute video that you can find on YouTube. And that was it. It was for 40 people. So I left. I flew all the way over to Boston to get as far as I could get away from my parents. I did not want to see them or talk to them. And I thought I had made it. I had landed a job training to become a fashion buyer. And I was like, wow, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life buying clothes. This is gonna be so much fun. I thought I had made it, I was on the East Coast, I was so cool. And then what ended up happening was, it was one of the most toxic experiences I have ever experienced in my life. Now, the type of person I am, I work hard. I want to do things to make the team better. I want to improve the company. I want to come up with new ideas. That's who I am. But unfortunately, in this corporate environment, new ideas, that kind of drive to do something different out of the box was getting squished and squashed every single day. So much so that my confidence simply shriveled. I had such low confidence, guys, that I couldn't even trust myself turning on a computer. My coworkers found out I had a YouTube channel. They made fun of me. I told my coworkers, because I was working in the activewear corporate department, that booty shorts were going to be the new big thing in activewear, because I was working in the activewear department, and they were like, who would want to wear underwear to the gym? You have crazy ideas. And so I just kept getting squished lower and lower, and during this low point in my life, which I had, at first I thought it was going to be one of the most magical moments of my life, something magical did happen. I had been designing yoga bags while I was in college, okay? So when I was teaching Pilates, I was designing yoga bags for my students for fun. And about 6 months into my first job, somebody texted me, I think it was my sister, and said, wait a minute, is that your yoga bag in Shape magazine? And I was like, oh my gosh, it is. How did it get there? And I saw that as a magic moment, a magic opportunity. So what I did, I got the courage to simply quit my job without any plan because I was so unhappy anyway. And I bought a ticket to China to find a manufacturer on Friday, and I left on Sunday. I went crazy. I was like, either I'm gonna make it or I'm gonna make it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so I did that. And without a job, I came back, and had to figure out life. And so I was there, 1340 Calm Ave apartment number 1, shooting some YouTube videos in my spare time, but also teaching up to 12 Pilates classes a week to make ends meet. I didn't have a real job, I had many little jobs, but the amazing thing about that was that moment of uncertainty, not being sure if you're ever going to make it, and yet feeling so fulfilled inside, and having this drive, like it was everything. It was the best education I could have ever asked for. I became the best Pilates instructor. I had time to make YouTube videos, and now the story continues, because after that was 8 years ago, guys. 8 years ago, I was at that apartment, and today we have over 3,000 Pop Pilates classes being taught every month all over the world, which is crazy. We have a headquarters in Los Angeles and a warehouse in Northern California where we ship all of our clothes. So guys, that is the journey. Sometimes you don't know where you're going to be going, but you have to keep listening to your heart because it will take you in the right place. You know what? Sometimes you can take some steps back. You'll go sideways. You'll feel like you're a complete failure. Maybe nobody will believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself. You have to trust yourself because at the end of the day, you're the CEO of your life. You're not the victim of your environment. You have the control to make your dreams come true. So I hope that helps you guys, and thank you very much. All right, so I suppose I will see you guys after the meet and greet. Thank you.